Hey guys, what's going on? It's DaleyGaming here, and I am back with some more Men of War Assault Squad 2. Today we're actually working with a new mod that I haven't done on my channel, although it has been out for quite a while, I just never got around to it. It's the Great War mod, so basically a World War I mod for Men of War Assault Squad 2. It's really good, way better than Battle of Empires 1914 to 1918, which is a standalone game. I don't know if it's by the people who made Men of War, but it might be Best Way, but not Digital Mindsoft. Either way, it's not a great game. Really, just nothing special, nothing to write home about. But this mod, I've heard amazing things. This is the first battle I've ever done with it. So we're going to be doing some trench warfare here in a snow village in Russia. And we have the Germans attacking over here for the Kaiser. And the Russians over here are lining the trenches. They are fully covered here. They really went all out with these trench systems. They've got uh, like little front regular trenches here, and then sandbag layers, and then layers behind them for like a machine gun emplacements and stuff like that. And they're pretty well spread out as well. So I think this is definitely going to be a difficult trench line to attack. And the Russians do have some machine guns. Of course, these were very early weapons, so the machine guns aren't very good. They do have just a lot of rifles, a couple shotguns and stuff, but other than that, pretty, you know, primal weapons in terms of modern warfare. And so I think they'll do a pretty swell job fending off the Germans. But the Germans do have number superiority, which is really their only advantage. We have, well, they do have their own good guns and stuff like that, but the problem is they've got wide open fields, no man's land that they have to get across in order to actually engage with the Russians. Or else, if they're just out in the open here, they'll be absolutely slaughtered. Sorry, that was Discord going off right there. Either way, they do have a lot of rifles. I gave them a couple of their own machine guns, and they do have, I think, some early SMGs. Somewhere around here? Yeah, here's one. An early version of an SMG there. You know, I'm not very good at World War I history, and I'm pretty sure a lot of these weapons are late war, like 1918. Oops, sorry about that. So I think a lot of these weapons are late war, like 1918, 1917, and Russia left the war in 1917 for the Russian Revolution, I think. So might not be completely historically accurate, but I did try my best. So yeah, we'll get started right after this. One second, guys. Alright, guys, sorry about that. Let's go ahead into slow-mo here, and then I suppose we can just zoom in on a couple of Russians here, and we'll get ourselves some nice cinematics for the beginning of this battle. And hopefully someone starts shooting. Nope. Alright, we're gonna have to start this off ourselves. Alright, let's go ahead and march some Germans forward. For the Kaiser, Kaiser Wilhelm II, etc. I can't do accents. I am well aware of this. Don't worry, guys. Oh, there we go. Aha. And the firing has commenced. Let's get some nice, pretty shots here. These guys are not firing, it doesn't look like. But they are getting shot at. I can see a little bit of German fire coming out here. A couple of them going down, as you can see. I think it is like Rob's realism mod, where deaths come very quickly for these guys, but the Russians are holding them off quite nicely. A couple of guys in the very front going down, but these guys seem to be doing okay. I hear a machine gun going off. I think it's this one here. I hear another one going off somewhere. But the Russians are holding really nicely. Barely even taking any losses. And just able to do some really good all-around firing. Let's check out the German lines again. So the back line seems to be doing okay with very few deaths. That guy's just, oh. But the front is suffering some some worse losses than I'm sure they would want. Yeah. See, over here I think they've got it the worst. I think they're in direct line of a couple of MGs. They've got at least this MG, and then I think there's another one somewhere in here. Yeah, there's one right there that I think has been chewing into him pretty well. But we can go ahead and take another look here. And oh my god, it's just beautiful cinematics. One of my favorite things about Men of War is just how beautiful it is. Especially the mods. I mean, solo game, it's pretty, but not like this. Not nearly as much detail and not nearly as much like heart went into it, I feel like. Alright, and we've got some just constant round fire going on. No Man's Land is looking terrible. I would not want to be out here. That is for sure. Oh, here we go. There's like no recoil on the weapons. It's really funny to watch. They're like slowly progressing forward, trying to hug this wall for some cover. But they're still consistently going down. They're getting closer though, and they certainly are taking out more and more troops. Russian officer went down here. Also the machine gunner right here went down, which is a big loss for the Russians because that is certainly helping them hold them back. They still got this guy, and then I think a couple more machine gunners way back here. Actually, a couple guys way back here going down, which is kind of surprising because they're not even on the front lines. The left side seems to be faring better for the Russians, with fewer and fewer losses than the right side. But I would say the same can be said for the German lines on the right over here, or the left, whichever perspective you're looking at, whether from the Germans or the Russians. But they're coming forward, they're making it. Making my way downtown. Oh god, I hit myself. Alright. Either way. Oh, that's a pretty screenshot. All the blood. Okay, pretty might not be the correct word. But we do have some nice constant fire here. I just continuously sort of take screenshots as we watch the battle. It's one of my favorite things to do, and look at the screenshots after the battle and see if there are any good ones, and then I always use them in the thumbnail, of course. Many of you guys have pointed out, like, oh, I see where he got the thumbnail from. Look, this guy's like drowning in his pool of his own blood, but like the blood is levitating in the air. Oh man. I wonder if they made all these models by themselves or if they gypped them from somewhere. They're very nice models. Oh man. I love the dirt flying up from the bullet impacts. Alright. I think it's time to go into regular motion. Sometimes I forget we're in slow-mo. But now the Germans are falling a lot faster. But progressing a lot faster too. I think once they make it to this wall, they're going to have a lot better of a chance. And then they can just hop-skip through the Russian defenses here. The Russians are getting pushed back a little bit. They're onto sort of their second line here now, on the right side at least. Let's check out the left. Left side's, yeah, suffering more losses now. But they're still managing to keep up some fire. I think they've lost a lot of their machine guns, which is not gonna go well for the Russians from now on. But the Germans have just such a strong force that progressing is difficult. I mean, they're losing a ton of people, but it's also a whole lot easier for them with the sheer amount of people they have. You know. Ooh, grenades being tossed into the trench here. Oof, that's brutal. Alright, this trench is completely gone. This one is nope, still got one lone Russian soldier here. Fighting off the German army. He's gone. So now we are truly on the second line here. And there is a small third line, not much. Just a couple Russians on either side. This one's almost completely gone as well. Oh no, there's still some guys back here as well. But it's getting down to the wire for the Russians here. If they aren't able to stem the tide of Germans now, they probably won't be able to. And it's getting harder because the Germans now are able to go undercover here and hide. Although they are still taking quite a few losses. They're still having a tough time. And they're choosing to sort of stay here rather than proceed forward as much, I take it. But now we got some brave Germans just sort of chilling in the middle. Goes down, of course. But gotta give it to them. They're giving it their best shot here. This is a really cool mod. I definitely plan on doing more of this. You can hear the little chick-chacks of the machine guns going off. I gave the Germans a lot more machine guns than I initially thought I had. Or maybe they're just living longer than the riflemen. Who knows? They're not very accurate, but like I'm sure anything helps, you know. Oh man. I hear some sort of shotgun going off over here. Yeah, I think it's this guy. The noise of the shotgun is so distinct. I'm surprised he can fire from this distance, actually. Yeah, these Russians over here actually have this wall in front of them, so I don't think... Oh no, that guy fired. Maybe this guy can't fire, but I think they do have double cover, which is very nice for them. They really only have to fire on these guys over here, and then they're protected over here. And this guy's protecting their right flank, I would say. It's a little duel between this German off in the distance and this guy here. Just a matter of who can actually kill the other guy. Oh, we got some levolution here, as Battlefield would put it. Oh man. Less and less Russians remain. For the Tsar! They're slowly falling, but they are putting up a hell of a fight. I didn't expect it to last this long. I thought either the Germans would just get absolutely butchered right away, or the Russians would be overthrown right away. But it does seem to actually be a fairly even fight. Neither side able to gain the distinct advantage. The Russians are sort of holding back the Germans here, but the Germans still outnumber them by just so much. I don't think the Russians are going to win, but they're actually managing to stem the tide, which I think is amazing. Oh, these guys are still alive over here. I'm proud of these three. They did lose their comrade on the left, but these guys are holding out. And the guys in the very back, that's really it. There's a couple actually. Oh, there's 3 more here. There's a bunch here. Okay, so the second line hasn't completely crumbled, but they're getting there. Oh no, grenade on our favorite 3 guys. Yeah, they're gone. They're gone. That was definitely the right strategy for the Germans to implement. Alright, we still got these Russians here, which are really just... I don't know how they're still alive. You see so many bullets just whiz by them. And yet, they're completely undeterred. It's really amazing. Oh, one of them goes down. Come on, guys. Stand and fight. Oh, man. Oh, grenade coming in. That guy's done. Yeah. This guy's still alive, though. Nope, he's gone. Alright, looks like we're on the very back line now. A couple guys remain over here, although they're getting shot down quite easily. The guys on the far right are completely down. Oh, this guy's still alive. He's gonna pop up. He's gonna Papa bless. Come on. Come on. Is there any more? I think it's just this guy. Oh man, I really want to fight for him. Ready, buddy? We're gonna pop up. Oh, we got one. No! Oh, we got one guy. Oh no, there's a Russian over here. Holy cow. The last of the Russians. He's already got 2 kills. Let's see if we can't get him another. Come on. The bolt reload is so long. Alright, he's got to reload again. Come on, buddy. Ready? No, he couldn't even pop up. Oh man, the Russians put up a hell of a fight here. Yellow are the Russian deaths, red are the Germans, and as you can see, the Germans far outnumber the amount of deaths. The casualties taken by the Germans are just extreme. All the way up until the first trench, they were just getting mowed down. And then around here, they were still losing some men, but by that time, the Russians were just, they didn't have the firing power to actually continue to hurt the Germans like they were before. But I mean, still, so many German deaths. It's rather insane. Uh, but the Russians certainly did put up a very good fight. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you did, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.